back to the Overcomfort Podcast, you guys. Thank you so much for being here, listening, and watching wherever you guys are at. I'm Jenicka, your host, and today we have a very special guest, one of my dear, dear friends, Adam Ray. Hi. What's your actual name?
Adam.
Adam?
Yeah.
Okay, so where did Adam Ray come from?
My middle name is Ray.
Okay, and the okay? Yeah. Was it AdamRayOkay?
Yeah, like, okay, that's Adam Ray. I imagine.
I love that.
Yes.
He's from San Antonio?
Yes.
San Antonio. If you guys haven't seen him, he's a TikTok star, YouTube star, or better known as Rosa.
That's me.
If you guys know, you know. I'm so glad that you're here, my love.
It's been long awaited. I feel like we've been talking about this for a minute, but now we're
yes.
here,
I have been DMing him, and then everyone thinks that we're twins, we're sisters, that we've just
literally
separated at birth, and, you know, probably
reunited. I imagine.
Yes.
I should have came in a wig so people would have been like, wait, which one's which? I imagine.
Imagine. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, little boy from San Antonio, you grew up social media. I want to start from the beginning about your childhood because I don't even know. And the point of the podcast is to kind of like get to know you more, my guests more, and where they come from and all that good stuff, and hopefully give some inspiration to others that are looking to do the same thing as you. You already know how the podcast goes. Yeah. He said that he was stalking before he came.
I was on a binge. Oh, I had already seen like episodes, but I was like, wait, I need to like catch up. What are the vibes? Like, I need to see what the vibes are. No, so I was like going on a binge, and I was like, okay, and that's why I feel a little bit more comfortable because like I already knew that your vibe was really well. So I was like, well, the podcast has to be like on top 10 because like, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're friends, but I don't even know like your story, and I would love to get to know it more and like where you came from and where Rosa came from, your weight loss journey, your social media experience, and all that good stuff. So tell me about like growing up in Texas. How was your life? Like your mom and dad, how was it growing up with them and all that good stuff?
Okay, well, I grew up in like, to me, San Antonio is small, but when I went to like other cities like in Texas, I was like, oh no, this is not as small as like, San Antonio is not as small as I thought it was. Mm-hmm. But I grew up like, I went to public school, I imagine. I'm all freaking talking about my school. And then I kind of just like, I was like not out up until like I turned, I don't know, I think I was 18 when I came out.
Right.
So my entire high school, middle school, like all that, I was like straight. Mm-hmm. But like trying to like cover it up with like hanging out with like, or trying to hang out with like the straight guys and like, you know, just trying to like to fit in like that. But yeah, I feel like towards the end of like my high school years, I was already hanging out with like all my girlfriends, and like I was already like surrounding myself with people who I felt more comfortable with and like kind of like felt safe with, because I knew like I was not like the other straight guys.
Right. So you knew you were like gay from like, let's say 13?
Yeah.
Or younger?
Young,
yeah.
Young.
Would you like play, or like how did you know yourself though?
Well, I used to have like there was like a little neighbor I had. She was like a little girly girl. Mm-hmm. And she would always have Barbies. So I would like go over and like I would like want to play with her so bad, but like her brother was in the backyard like playing with ants and shit. So I'm like, ooh, we're out here playing with ants, but I want to be over there with the Barbies. So like I knew at that point, and then like, I don't know, just little things here and there, like experiences that I had. I was like, wait, is this normal or like normal? But
yeah. Did you ever have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I had hella.
Really?
I'm all a girl now. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I did have hella though. I had like, no, not hella, but like I had maybe like 3.
Did your parents know you were gay like before though?
I don't know.
No. So how was that experience with them? It's like, how did you like come out to them basically?
Well, you know, till this day, I never said the words like I'm gay to my dad.
Oh, wow.
Because like, I don't know, I literally just showed up with my boyfriend and I was like, hey, to my dad's house. And like, that was like how he knew. He was like, okay.
But was it hard? Like, did he take it hard? Or like?
No, I don't think he really like, we've never even had a conversation about like being gay. It's just like the elephant in the room. Like we don't really like go over it or like talk about it. But with my mom, it was a little bit more different because I felt like I was a little bit closer to my mom, and like we had like so many different like hiccups in our relationship. Mm-hmm. So I did come out to her, but I was already like Rosa. Like I had already like
popped off and everything.
I was already out of her house and like I was like doing my own thing. But it was a little bit of a sentimental thing because I was like, fuck, like I was just so worried of everybody's judgment. Yeah. And like I had girlfriends prior, so like they were gonna be like, what the, like super confused. But everybody's good now. I feel like everybody's just like,
they get the idea. Like you feel comfortable enough.
Yeah.
That's good though. So I don't know if you've talked about this, but I feel like when I was like looking into like what we could talk about and all that stuff, obviously I've messaged you about your surgery and like weight loss and like, you know, everything that happened with your surgery as well. Did you ever need like a coping mechanism? Sorry. For me, it was food. Was food for you too? Like you would eat a lot and like, because for me, when my dad passed away, I had just gotten the gastric surgery when I was 14. And then, no, that's a lie. I had gained a lot of weight because my dad passed away. Then I got the gastric surgery when I was 14. Then that same year, my mom passed away. So then it kind of just like reversed and like, it was in the beginning when gastric started becoming a thing. So, barely being discovered. So then I started gaining the weight again because of the emotional eating. And then growing up, I had like from 15 and on till now, like I still even struggle with like eating and binge eating.
Yeah.
Trigger warning out there, you guys.
Yeah.
If, it is a little sensitive for some people, but I did have a lot of like emotional eating problems. Was it the same for you? Like certain situations where like you were traumatized and needed to like go to food for that reason?
I felt like growing up, it was like, it's because I knew who I was this entire time, but I was pretending to be somebody else. So my emotions were always everywhere. And I feel like I would eat when I was happy. I would eat when I was sad. I would eat when I was mad. And it was just like something that I like went to whenever like I just couldn't go anywhere else, if that makes sense. Like I was like, I had nobody to talk to because like I was straight. And then I had nobody to talk to with my family because like that's not who they know or like they thought they knew. So it was just like so hard. I felt like I was just like in my own head and like I always just turned to food. Like I was an emotional eater and I still struggle with things with food today. So it's like, it's just like, it's a crazy hard battle.
It's very, very hard. And I feel like, especially with food, because then in your head, you're like, but I need to eat because I need to, if I starve myself, then I'm going to freaking pass out. Yeah. So I get what you mean. And then it's like finding that perfect balance of like having the perfect amount of food, but then in your head, you're like, but I don't want to keep thinking that way type of way. So like, I totally get it because, oh my God.
It's so hard. And I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about it because like, it's like, I don't know. It's just like, it's everybody's different situation, but I've never really like been able to like relate to somebody about it.
Yes.
So it's like crazy to see like you felt the exact same thing. Cause like I legit feel as if like food was the only thing that I had, like the only thing that I can turn to. And like, I would think about food whenever like I had just finished eating and I was like, wait, it's just something that like my head struggles with and like, I don't know, it's like hard.
And then that's when you got the surgery, right?
Yeah.
You got the gastric.
I did.
Everything was, how much have you lost?
I've lost over 200 pounds.
Oh my God. Yeah.
My highest weight was 462.
No way. I don't even remember you looking like that, honestly.
You know what's crazy is like, I look back and I'm like, I don't remember.
I go back to when I got my surgery too. I'm like, I can't believe that I look like that.
I don't remember living that life. Like, it's so weird. Like, I'm super grateful that because obviously whatever I went through back then, like shaped me to be how I am today.
Right.
And builded me up to like go through whatever I've been through. But I don't remember like living that, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, it's just so crazy because like it wasn't too long ago, but like the difference between that person and who I am now is like, how could I even be like that?
Right.
You know, it was so weird.
Oh my God. Yeah. How long ago was your surgery?
I got it in 2020 and yeah.
Oh my God. And then, okay, so me and you have talked about it, but you wanted to get the tummy tuck, right? Mm-hmm. But
no, I got a tummy tuck.
You did?
Uh-huh. I got a tummy tuck, but I wanted to get the rest of my skin removed, like my upper chest area and my back.
Okay.
But then that's when I fell into like a hole of like heart situation.
Okay, so tell me about that because I don't even know like scientifically or like everything about that. Like I obviously...
So me neither. I'm not a doctor, but like I've been to doctors who have talked to me about it, and I am still super confused. I have like appointments like coming up, like to go a little bit more into depth as to like what is even going on. Because from the last thing that I heard, my whole heart situation has been something that I've had since I was like super young. But I've gone through so many different operations. I've gone through surgeries and never have came in with like a heart murmur, like a heart, anything. So it was just like, I was caught off guard whenever I went to Mexico to get this other surgery because they were like, wait, you like need something, like something's definitely wrong. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like I've gotten so many surgeries, I've gone through so much things and never has it came up that I have like something wrong with my heart.
Right.
So I just have to keep digging, and I have to get like second opinions. Even the doctors in Mexico said like to get second opinions, find a doctor that you go to regularly and like start like studying what's going on, because there's something. But yeah.
And I'm assuming that's like obviously been like frustrating for you.
For
because
sure.
Because you want to get this done.
Yeah. Not only because like, not because of anything specific. I just feel like that's part of my journey. I've always said that like, this is part of what I'm supposed to be doing. And it just sucks because like I had a plan in my head, but you know, God has other plans. So I'm just following the road he takes me in. So
I agree. When the time is right.
Yeah.
So what was the turning point or like the breaking point for you to do the gastric? Like, was there a moment where like, okay, no, I need to change? Or like you were just tired?
I feel like there was so many, but I wouldn't consider them like breaking points. It was more of like moments of realization that like I could like not make it. If I continued to go at the pace that I was going, like my life could have ended so differently. And it was just like little moments here and there, but I feel like one in specific, I think I've talked about it before, but like somewhere a long time ago, I was like living on my own,
right?
And I was like, it was like at my heaviest weight, super unhealthy, eating super late, and like just doing anything unhealthy, I was doing it. And I like, it was to the point where like I would walk down the hall and I would literally lose my breath. So there was this one point I had like parked my car. I had just came from Target and I had to use the restroom so bad, but using the restroom gave me so much anxiety because I knew if I held it, I was going to have to go really bad and kind of have to speed walk.
Right.
So me speed walking was going to like
your heart.
Yeah, I was going to raise my heart rate. So I just, it was a lot. But like I was trying to use the restroom. So I was speed walking and I was waiting for my elevator to take me to my floor and it was taking forever. So I was getting even more anxiety. And I ended up peeing myself in like my elevator of my apartment. And I was just like, I felt so defeated. And I was like, this is not like what I'm supposed to be doing. And like, it was a moment that I was like, I cannot be living my life like this. Because it's just like, you know. So yeah, that was like a moment for me. I was like, this is my life and I have to take it seriously because if not, I can just.
Well, yeah, of course. Everybody like,
yeah.
Would you do the surgery again?
Yeah. My surgery saved my life.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh my God. Do you ever feel like like you said, the surgery saved your life, but do you feel like it was trying to heal like your past self? Like, do you, like now that you're a different person, right? You're a completely different person. Do you feel like you don't even know who that past person is? Like who you were before your surgery?
Well, no, because I feel like, so like I said, I'm like super grateful for going through what I've gone through because I feel like everything happens for a reason and it shaped me to be like the person that I am. But I still feel very connected to my old self because everything that I experienced and like my struggles and like the bullying and like I still live with that in my head.
Right.
So it's kind of still like who I am. And like I've changed so much, but the inside of me has always stayed the same because like you can't really like forget hardship or you can't forget like harassment or like it's just like things that you go through that you have to like that builds your character, you know? So it's just like I still feel very connected to like the person that I was back then, just like a little bit healthier. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. And then that's where Rosa came from.
Yeah, Rosa, my girl.
I love Rosa. Rosa's.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go on a quick break. We're going to come back and talk about Rosa and social media and all that good stuff. Yes. All right. We are back and we're ready to talk about Rosa. We just talked about like your weight loss, your surgery and all, the trauma and all that stuff. My question is, did you have to create Rosa to like kind of hide that person you were as well? Or like is Rosa someone that you really wanted to be, or is it just also for fun?
Wow, I've never had that question asked, but I feel like now that you say it out loud, like maybe that's kind of what I was doing. So before Rosa, I was already like digging into makeup, but because I always wanted to like have fun in that way. And makeup was like kind of like my safe space other than food back then. Cause I was like, oh, well, I can like do this and I can like change the way I look and like look pretty and feel sickening. But then Rosa came and Rosa's like my alter ego. Right. I feel like Rosa is who I am, just like an amped up version of me.
Right.
So I feel like I was able to share that online. And I didn't know it was going to do like how it did because I thought Rosa was only like something in like my hometown, like 210 vibes. So then I saw like Rosa take off and I was like, oh shit, Rosa's everywhere. Like
Right.
people from all over the world were like, oh, I know Rosa. Like I go to school with her. Like I work with her. Like bitch, she's right next to me. So like it was crazy because like it felt cool to be who I was, like who I felt I was inside. And so many people accept it and love it because I'm like, wow, this is like something that I was always so scared of being. So many people are appreciating it. So I was like, wow, my life couldn't have turned for the better in any other way. So I was like, oh, thank God.
That's so crazy. Yeah, when I remember first seeing like the first Rosa videos, there were so many and I would die laughing.
Really?
Like I would cry because that would it literally lit up my day.
Oh, I
and
love
was just
that.
like, oh my God. And no, and I'm going to be honest because when you got, I think it was right after you got your surgery, after Rosa, a little bit after. I'm like, I hope Rosa doesn't change. Like, because like the part was like, you know, the chunkier version and like different. But I'm like, I hope Rosa doesn't change, but it hasn't changed and I love it. Like, it's so true to who you are. And like, you're just so loud and so fun and like, I don't know.
No,
I think I like Rosa more than Adam. I'm just joking.
Like, let me bring her out.
No, I'm joking.
No, like I feel happy because like there's people who tell me the exact same thing, and like I didn't know that I would be able to do that. Even though I've always said like my sole purpose like on this earth is to like make people happy and smile. So like I don't see how I could have done a better job. I imagine. I'm like, I'm doing so great. I'm just kidding. No, but like I feel super grateful that I'm able
You
to
feel
like
fulfilled.
Yes, I literally feel like I'm doing what God has put me here to do.
Oh,
so
I love
and that feels insane because I'm like, my life before Rosa felt so like I felt lost. I was like, wait, why am I even like here? I was in a super dark place mentally before, and I feel like now I feel so like my purpose here is so explained on the internet. So I'm just like,
did it help like heal you too? Like Rosa healed you, and like obviously being gay and like bullied and whatever, like you felt like, oh my God, like this girl saved me.
Literally, I feel like Rosa, I thank her so much because like I don't think I can explain how much she has done for me. Like she's opened so many doors and she's like, oh, Amy, she's just like so special to me because like it's who I am, but I was never able to succeed that as Adam.
Right.
So I did it as Rosa and like it changed my life. So I'm like,
you know, but what I love now is that now Adam is kind of winning. Like you're not going to like these events as Rosa. You're going as Adam and like you're getting these collabs and like all these amazing things because you're Adam. So it's kind of like I have a gift, Rosa to Adam, Adam to Rosa like vibe. And I love that.
Which is also why I felt so grateful too, because like I know, like I said, Rosa is who I am.
Right.
So I feel like I was always scared that I was gonna be like shut down if I didn't do Rosa as much or like came out as Adam and everybody's gonna be like, who the fuck is that? So like I'm so happy and grateful that I've been able to show that Rosa is who I am. And like the person you fell in love with was Rosa, but that's still me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm so glad.
Do you ever catch yourself acting as Rosa like on the daily, like like
like
regular little things, like you're not even recording or whatever, like that girl just comes out?
Yeah, no, literally. But I mean, I'm like, ask my boyfriend. I'm just kidding. I just feel like because she's me. I literally keep saying that, but like I am so connected to her like spiritually and like emotionally. Sometimes she slips out.
She's like, no, go away. Go back home. I'll call you when you can come out.
I know.
What are your funnest or craziest moments, or like what's one video of Rosa or even yourself? Like, well, Rosa is you, but in this sense, you're talking like as a different person, but done for the gram. Like, what is like your favorite, the craziest one that you feel like is your favorite and that went viral, I guess?
I don't know. So I'm gonna be honest. I literally rewatch my old videos and crack up. It's because like they're funny.
You're so funny.
I know. I'm like, wait, I came up with that? No, but it's because I love all my videos and like, I don't know. I love all of them. But my fave one is probably, I liked Rosa whenever she started to bring hair in the pic. Because like before it was just a little like fake t-shirt.
Yeah.
So like that was my hair.
around your head.
But like I feel like when Rosa was able to bring out the wig, it was more her. So it like brought out more like sass and like more ass. I imagine. No, but I don't know. I have so many favorite moments.
Was the eyelash flipped upside down like on purpose? Like the first couple videos?
No, you know my first video, I didn't even have contour. Like I just had highlight and I just had the lashes, but I had no contour, and they were on right, like not right, but like they were on upside right, but crooked. And then I had no t-shirt either. It was all fucking boy hair. So like it looked like a mess. So then like on going forward, that's when I flipped it upside down. I think like my third video, and then I added the contour, and then I added the shirt.
Oh my
And the shirt
God.
changed into a real wig, and it was just like a whole like little glow up for her.
Dude. Her maybe blend it a little bit
I know.
here and there. No, I love it because it's just like its own persona and like totally different. And obviously, I love you, and you have a beautiful, beautiful heart, even if it has a little murmur.
I know, like
I love your little murmur heart. I know, I love it, and I appreciate like you being honest and vulnerable about who Rosa is and everything that you went through, because it's not easy. And then like social media is it's beautiful, but it's so ugly.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh my God, like there's not one thing that you can do. You have to pray every time you put, at least me, I have to pray every time I put a video up. I'm like, God, please just, oh my God, please just don't let them come after me. Or like, even like for the littlest things, like if I'm just doing a regular get ready with me, like I know how to handle the hate, but how have you handled it?
I don't. I feel like I just shut down. Like if I ever see like a video of me, and I used to go through this a lot whenever Rosa like first popped off. Everybody was like at one point trying to figure out how I looked like from my shoulders down, and they would try and get videos of me and like walking or like, but like making fun of me. So many videos would like go viral of like how I actually looked, but like I looked like that the entire time. And I feel like it definitely like scarred me, because like it's just like nobody deserves to go through something like the entire internet hating on just the way you look. So it was just like a moment that. But
then it's people that like don't even have a page.
Yeah.
Or like that's what my issue is too with social media, is like I'm giving you this to help you to learn, but you're still pointing something wrong with me, and it's like, how is someone supposed to be so perfect?
Yeah.
And you can never do that. And it comes to a point where it's like, I can't. Like, you have to literally accept it yourself. I'm like, I'm going to do this because I want to be able to help people out. Even if it's like a makeup tutorial. Like, look, I know how to do this differently, or like dress this differently. I'm a plus size girly too. Like, if you want to wear this, like, but even then, like, and I feel even more with like TikTok, because it lands on so many different people's pages, because like, let's say on Instagram, they have to follow you. Yeah. They have to see who you are, and like they'll follow you because maybe they like you. But like on TikTok, it's just random strangers. Like they see this, and that. And like, it's just an ugly, ugly space, which it's like we have to pick and choose our battles, right? Yeah. So like for me, I don't even look at the comments. Sometimes I reply and I'll be like, oh, thank you. Like, the first couple ones, like 5 minutes after I post, I'll go through and I'll reply with whatever I can. But then after that, I'm like, hey, I'll have someone log in. Can you go ahead and just handle that for me? Like, I don't want to see it, because then it doesn't encourage me to keep doing it. And it's like, but I love what I do. Yeah. And it makes it so twice as hard to actually like, because this is what we live off of, right? This is what we do. And I really hope that even like for people listening, like I just hope that hearing from our perspectives, like we do things out of the kindness and love of our hearts, and to make people laugh, to have fun, and like give you advice, and like, you know, it's not easy. So be kind. You guys send kind words. There's no price. There's no amount of money to be kind. Yeah. Literally, because
I feel like it sucks also because like the people who are watching and who do love what we do and actually like appreciate it, they kind of have to like not suffer, but like they go through it with us, I feel. So if like we're doing bad, it's like, well, fuck, like I watch you because you make me happy. So if you're not, so it sucks for them, but like that's why I felt like I had to like figure it out, because I'm like, why? I know I'm here to make people happy. So I need to figure out what I need to make myself better, so I can do what I'm here to do. So like, I feel like now I've understood that I'm never going to be able to make every single person on this earth happy. Yeah. So like, I can look a certain way, I can sound a certain way, say certain things, but somebody's still going to have room to be like, wait, you didn't do this right though. So like, what the fuck? So it's like,
I get it.
I have to like just live with that and like move on. Cause like,
it's like, we can't be perfect.
Yeah.
It's literally, we cannot be perfect. You have a man that adores and loves you. And I think, or your family as well. Like, you have people around you that love you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what matters. I have my family too. And it's just like, you know what? Like, at the end of the day, if this all goes down the drain, I'm good.
Yeah.
I have people that love and care for me, because at the end of the day, they're always going to be here.
Yeah.
Like, the people on social media aren't always going to be here for us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people that don't like us, which is totally fine. We're not meant to be loved by everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, that was one of my main issues. Like, sometimes I have a problem of not being liked, right? Where I feel like, damn, I'm just not going to do this anymore. You know what I mean? So it's always been a struggle. Has there been like a video where that you posted that you were so embarrassed of that you're like, oh, I shouldn't have never posted this?
I don't know. I feel like whenever I make content, I like study it. Like, I feel like I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I'm going to post this. And like, because I started making content whenever it was like, I don't know, like whenever I feel like content creation. No, I don't want to say that because it's not really true. But like, I started making content like right where people were already like starting to make it. I don't know if that makes sense. Well, from what I saw, it was very much like, okay, I'm a content creator. So like, I need to make sure whatever I'm putting out is going to be what I want to represent and like what I want to like get the message across. Yeah, like, so I feel like whatever I've posted, or I put a lot of thought into it, and like I made sure that it was going to be something that I was like, one, proud of, and two, something that like I can look back at and be like, okay, well, I'm glad I posted it because of this, or I'm happy I talked about this in this video. So like, I don't think I've had a moment like, oh shit, like I want to take it down. But yeah, I feel like I'm super careful with like what I say, and I know where my heart is at in all of this. So I feel like as long as I know, stay true to myself and like stay true to like what the fuck I stand by, there's no way I'm gonna feel like bad about doing something. That makes sense.
All right, we're gonna go on a quick break.
Okay.
And then we'll be right back. This is going to be our last break, and we're going to get back into more of social media. Maybe you've gotten like a crazy DM, your brand inspirations, brand collabs, all that good stuff. So we'll be right back, you guys. All right, let's get back into it.
Okay.
So, what was I going to say? Okay, before we get into like the little, funner, like quick questions and all that, last little sentimental question. Have you ever silently... And I feel like that's why I asked you about your surgery and stuff like that, because you never really mentioned about like you really excited for surgery, then your dream kind of being crushed. Like, it was a silent battle for you.
Yeah.
Like, it like really hurt you. Is there any anything else that you felt like you fought alone? Like, I feel like also like you being gay and stuff like that, like having I feel like coming from a consumer perspective, like, not as a friend, but you've fought things silently also because you don't want it out there on social media. Am I?
Yeah. No, right? Yeah, for sure. I feel like I was always scared to like be confidently out. So it was always something that like and I'm such a people pleaser, and like I go so far to like make somebody feel like I'm not the one that's doing something wrong, if that makes sense. Or like, I hate making anybody feel uncomfortable. I hate making anybody feel like some type of way. So I've always just like not been 100% true to myself, because I'm like, oh wait, I might make somebody feel uncomfortable. I might like give weird vibes to somebody. So I've always just been like in my head. I'm literally my own worst enemy, because like I'm in my head like 88% of the day, and like the other percent I'm like eating. No, so like it's just like it's hard. So I feel like I've never really talked about that online, because like that's something that I feel like people can kind of use against me, because like they're gonna be like, ugh.
But that's why, like, and even for me, like making this podcast, I totally get you, because I kind of grew up and then straight into a reality show, and my mom and all this stuff. So for me, it's kind of like we're both living on edge, walking on eggshells constantly, because there's always somebody watching. And that's why I've been so private my whole life, where like a lot of people don't know about my love life. A lot of people don't know about like struggles that I went through with like my mom or my siblings and private family things. And even then, stuff still comes out about my family, and then they turn to us. So I completely understand where it's like I have to be on this certain level for people to be able to like me. And then I started the podcast. And I named it Over Comfort because I always believe calling over comfort is like, you know, you're choosing your purpose, who you are as a person over your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because if we stay in this little bubble, then we don't move on. We're never going to grow. You know what I mean? So when I did the podcast, I needed to like heal myself as well. Like, because there's power in being vulnerable. And that's always like, that's something that I've been working on the past 3 years, where like, I really want to be vulnerable for people to understand me and to get to know me and why I am the way I am, you know? And that's why like, I asked you about silent battles, because I feel like I can relate to you, where I felt like I had to constantly fight with myself, because when my mom passed away, like, I felt like I was like a pillar, or like that main pillar for my siblings.
Yeah.
To really help heal them and be the strong one. And I wasn't ever able to cry, because I needed them to know like, okay, I'm okay. I'm going to help you guys out. You know what I mean? So then like I said, I started the podcast and named it Over Comfort. So I can be able to like help heal, for example, you, or to talk about things. And like I told you before we started, like letting people know like, this is me.
Right.
I'm laying it out on the table, and I'm letting you guys know like, this is who I am before I am Rosa, before I am anybody else. Yeah. Like, this is what I want you guys to know about me, and hopefully you get to understand me better.
Yeah.
You know? And
I feel like that is like appreciated too, even by us, because like knowing that there's somebody out there who could even be like going through the same situation or previously have, it's like you feel that connection with somebody, and you like, and you relate. And I feel like relation with the strangers so much more than just like a funny video online or something, you know?
And I feel like because it's harder for people to connect because we're social media stars, or we have certain amount of followers, like they can never relate. But it's like, no, like, I grew up with weight problems. You grew up with weight problems. There's a Hispanic culture, people that like grew up with like parents, certain situations, just like, no, like we're all the same person. Yeah. Like, it's just about literally what are we learning from these experiences to be able to help these people. Yeah. So that's why like I applaud you, my love. I applaud you, everything that you've been doing, everything, all the collabs you've gotten, everything that you've been doing since day one. You and Lauro, I love you guys. I've never known. How did you and him meet?
All right, imagine. No, we met on TikTok.
Oh,
dude, yeah. It was like peak quarantine, and like, can I tell the story? I imagine.
Yeah.
So I'll make it quick. I was like scrolling on my For You page, and I had seen a video of his, and I was like, oh, who's that?
Oh.
And then I like liked it, but like not give it with a like. So I like went on with my day, and then he made a video about me because I liked his video. And the rest was history.
Now we're married in love.
Imagine. But yeah.
I love that. And he moved over here with you, right?
Yeah. Well, we were both in Texas.
Right.
So he's from Texas, but he's more south. He's from McAllen. Like 956. And then we lived in San Antonio together, but then we packed our stuff and moved to California.
You're coming with me.
I know. I was like,
you're drunk. Get in my luggage right now. I love that. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about your DMs. What's the craziest DM you've ever gotten?
Ooh. Oh my God. Okay, so it was like quarantine. So I was like in the house trying to be safe. And somebody DM'd me. They were like, look out. I was staying in an Airbnb in San Antonio because I was like still like trying to figure out my living situation. And somebody DM'd me. They were like, look outside your patio door. And I was like, oh. I was like gonna do it because I was like, oh, I'm not at my mom's house, or like I'm not somewhere like my family's house. So then I look and there's a note on the floor.
No.
And I was like, oh my God. Like I thought I was like, somebody was like gonna be like, bitch. And I was like, so like I opened it and I shut it right away because I was like, oh my God. Well, first because it was like COVID, like heavy on COVID. So I was like, well, somebody dropped it off. What if they had COVID on their hands and like I'm gonna get COVID?
The germs on the note.
So I literally my friend was there with me, and I was like, fuck, what do I do? Like, I don't want them to see that I opened the door. And I think they were like hanging around my door too to like see if I opened it. And then I got a napkin and like a Ziploc baggie, and I like opened the door and I grabbed the note.
The most extra.
And I put the note in my Ziploc baggie, and I was like, what is it? But it was like somebody leaving a note that like they saw me, and like They left a bottle.
No.
Like a little baby bottle, and they were like, take a shot for us. And like, it was like,
Did you drink it?
Yeah. But it was like
COVID immediately.
I know, imagine. No, but I left it in the bag and like let all the little.
Oh my God. Okay. What's a dream collab for you?
Ooh. I feel like, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I feel like just recently I started making more like content about like plus size fits and like being comfortable in my clothes that I wear and like finding what is meant for my body. So I feel like any collab, I mean, talking to companies right now. I'm just kidding.
Everybody listen.
No, any collab that is like heavy on like
Fashion.
fashion, but also like, what's the word I'm looking for? I always lose it. Inclusivity. Somebody that's like gonna be able to like offer what I have
1,000%.
and more.
Right.
So like I wanna like I feel like I have such a huge purpose. I'm just kidding.
You do.
No, but I wanna
agree.
like I wanna be able to create a safe space for people in the fashion industry because it's always been such a fucking challenge to find something for a plus size person.
I completely agree. And I feel like it's gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But there is like, I want to see like a plus size girl walk down New York Fashion Week.
And it's not that hard. Like, I
like a Victoria's Secret angel. Please,
God.
I beg you, please. Like, please put a plus size girl.
Yeah. And
Like,
shout out to
but
all the
not-
companies doing it.
Yes,
Like,
for sure. Applaud you guys. But like a real plus size, I'm not saying like not, I don't know. Like there's a certain extra plus size community that needs to be counted for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I 100% feel you. Like,
and like I felt
my
like
God.
I've always been overweight and finding clothes that accommodated my body or like flattered me, it was such a journey. And like it shouldn't be that hard to shop for school clothes for a plus size person or shop for an outfit for an event or shop for an outfit for an interview. Like get it the fuck together because it's 2023 and like there's so many different fucking body types that have to be recognized. How are you going to limit your section to a small through large? Like it makes no sense to me. So
or
it's like-
even like their consideration of plus size is extra large.
Yeah.
Or maybe a 1X, 2X.
Yeah. If I were to have shop, it's frustrating because I'm just like, do they not think that because we're plus size, we want to dress like
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No,
So
I
it's
get
like it's so frustrating.
So
and
why don't you make your own?
I imagine I'm like,
Did I steal something?
no. But
Is there a secret?
I imagine.
Did I not know about that? No, I really like. Honestly, I even thought about making my own. That's why I have my brand too. Like I had the activewear, and then I'm coming out with swimsuits. A little peep there, but like that go up to like, let's say like 3X.
Yeah.
Like because obviously after that, like I obviously know the numbers and all that stuff that like behind the scenes and all that stuff that gets a little difficult, but like I really think you should come out with your own, babe. Like a little boutique would be so cute.
That would be sick.
Yes. Like and it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Like we'll talk about it after.
Okay.
But I really think that you should do your own. Has there ever been so what's like been your favorite collab with the brand so far? Like your favorite one?
Well, I feel like my most proud only because like growing up in like San Antonio, you never expect to work with a brand like this, but I worked with Target once and that was like sickening for me. Like my entire family too. I feel my dad flew out here whenever I shot my Target campaign. It was like such a moment for me because I was like, wow, this is like
It's
something.
Target.
Yeah, it was like mainstream and I was like,
You're like about damn time I spend thousands of
know.
dollars on you. Damn.
No, literally. So I was like super proud and like my parents, that was like a moment my parents were like, oh shit, like this is like my son. It was like
I
super
love
sickening,
that. Has there ever been one that was too crazy to accept? Like you were like, oh no, I can't do this.
Oh my God, one time this brand, I was already like gonna work with them. But I had gotten COVID and I was supposed to do like a whole thing with them. And they still wanted me to go live. Like I was supposed to do a live stream on like IG. And I was on COVID and they were like, sorry babes, go live. And I was like, all fucking dying.
You sound like an old man.
I know. And then they were like not satisfied with the end product. I'm like, bitch, I have COVID.
Did you still get paid?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
They were even a little
I know.
picky there. So, okay. What's next for you? For Adam Ray from Rosa, what's next? Like what collabs or anything exciting that people can wait for from you?
Well, I guess now it's a clothing line. I imagine. No, I feel like I want to work on my brand. I want to work on kind of just like figuring out what is going to work best for me. And I genuinely want to make a space for plus size people in the entire like mainstream media. So I feel like just keep your eyes locked in on what I can do to make that happen for us. Because I'm so tired of like, well, basically everything we talked about is just so frustrating. And it's like a huge slap in the face whenever you go into like a store and have a sickening outfit in mind, but it doesn't go up to your size. So it's like, I want to make that happen for the girlies.
I love that. We're for the people. I'll be waiting for PR.
I know.
In my mail, I'll be sitting outside waiting
And for
the
Rosa,
box.
for real, your box.
No, go.
It's going to have a big Rosa sticker on it.
Yes, with the eyelashes like this, with a little toalla.
For real.
A blue toalla. I love that. Okay. Well, thank you for coming on here,
Thanks
my love. For
having
being so
me.
vulnerable
I
and
loved
for being
it.
open. You were nervous.
I was,
Everyone
y'all.
gets nervous, but I just like, I want to make you feel comfortable and like, I want people to understand you and love you and like the way I love you. Like everybody deserves that opportunity, and thank you. Thank you. What are your socials?
You can find me at AdamRayOkay everywhere. Insta, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook.
I love that. Okay, so what's one last piece of advice you want your listeners to take from you? To remember.
To not be scared to be authentic. Because for the longest time I was super scared of like being who I was, for me to come out and be loved and appreciated by so many. So never be scared to be your true authentic self, because it could pay off in the end.
Yes. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a review, follow my beautiful friend Adam.
Thank you.
All the socials that he mentioned, and don't forget to get in touch with us and let us know what you want to see on the Overcomfort podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Overcomfort Podcast is a production of iHeart's My Cultura podcast network.